Hello. I am back at it. I'm not going to be running today though. Oh, if only I had something to keep the sun out of my eyes. No, today I'm going to be hitting the trails. It's going to be super fun because I love this place. This little area, this little treasure of mine in my hometown. It's great because they have like the roadway, which is what I was running on the other day, but they also have all these miles and miles of trails. I don't want to give away too much, but let me show you all of the miles of trails that they've got going on. So, it's pretty cool. There's also a disc golf here too, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, the trails are nice. The trails are super nice. I certainly will just walk into the woods today. Why the heck not? And maybe if I see something cool, I'll show you, but there's not really too much cool out here. Sometimes, one time I saw a bear, but that's not cool so much as scary and not take my phone out to film it. So, just enjoying a nice casual walk in the woods today. But yeah, I'll show you some cool stuff. Like they put these out, these little stories. They printed up stories for you to read while you walk with your kids or whatever. That's real cool. That's super cool, actually. You can go for a walk in the woods and read a story to your kids at the same time. I read them last time. It's a nature book, and they tell you all the cool things that you find in nature, all the different animals and the different leaves and trees and stuff, and the different plants you can find. So, pretty interesting book. Here's another. Oh yeah, they're just walking through the woods. It's pretty interesting. That's about as much as the interest goes. But yeah, the only time that I saw something, well, no, another time I saw a bunch of hot air balloons here. If that happens, I'll share that. But that was back when I was way little, 10. Haven't seen hot air balloons in this area since then. But if I do, I'll show you. Oh, one thing I forgot to do was to set my watch for exercising, so all that whole beginning part won't even count. But that's not what matters. I'll know it happened. But so let's put it on hike. There we go. Hooray! Ooh, authorized vehicles only. That means me. No, I don't know. I'm not a vehicle. So I can go down here, I suppose. What is it? Just a big old road? This isn't a hiking trail. This is just a path in the woods. But that's kind of the hiking I like. I'm not into, the grappling hooks and the spiky shoes. That's not the kind of hiking I'm into. I do have a nice pair of hiking boots, but they're not on me today because I only wear them out here when it's super muddy or super wet, because I don't like my socks getting wet, and my hiking boots are waterproof. But other than that, they're very heavy, and so actually walking in them is kind of a pain in the butt. When I go up mountains, actual mountains, yes, I put on my hiking boots. But just for these trails, sneakers are fine unless it's muddy. Then I gotta wear my hiking boots because they're waterproof. But yeah, this is what we got. Just a dirt road and some trees. Downhill dirt road and trees. I like to stay on trails. I don't go off of them, because what I always hear in my true crime podcasts is when people go off trail, it's when they find the dead body. And I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking to have no problems. I just want to stay on the trail and get out of the woods. I don't want to be the person that found the thing. That's not my goal when I go out into the woods. Absolutely not. Yeah, the birds know what's up. Like, if you walk fucking 6 feet over this way, you'll find pile. No, I don't know. Best to just stay on the trail. So I was out here hiking with my friends in the winter, and you can tell that there's like kind of a path, right? I still went off path on this very flat, very open, very like, there's only one set of footprints, my dear. And I still went off. I was like, over there somewhere. And they're like, nah, man, over here. It's why I don't really enjoy hiking alone, because I can get lost in a paper bag. So, put me out in the woods, everything looks like a brown and green to me. Well, it's just not different enough for me to be able to use landmarks to find my way. But yeah, there's pretty water. I just almost ate it on a rock. But yeah, pretty water. And the opening to the trail is like just kind of, you can't really see it, but we'll find it. It's where the trees split enough where it looks like you could just squeeze your body in, right? That's what trails are, just space in the woods that you can put your body. See, look at right there. A space where you can put your body. But that's the cool thing over there. And there's some stairs. There's some stairs that I'm gonna head up. That's gonna be fun. Heck yeah. Or sometimes, you can run up that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna get into these woods and out of this hot sun where it's just beating down on me. Here's the interesting thing that exists here. What is this? It's got windows. It's got some kind of door that doesn't open. And it's got holes in it that, like, what's in there? What's in there? Ooh, what's in there? Monsters, probably. Oh, and on this side, there's another window. So, yeah, probably a lot of monsters in there. I don't know what that is. What is that? What are you doing, cement thing in the woods? Near the water? What is that? They'd still probably list that as like a studio apartment, $2,000 a month, No bathroom. Another interesting thing, beavers have been here. The only thing that can do that is beavers. Knocking down trees and then sliding their bellies back into the water. I had walked by, but I'm going to turn back around so I can read this because it seems like it might be interesting. It says, paper birch, named for its peeling paper-like bark, the paper birch grows in moist upland soils across North America. The pointed sawtooth leaves are dull dark green above and light yellow-green below. Long, slender flowers called catkins appear in spring. The wood is used for specialty products such as popsicle sticks, toothpicks, and clothespins. I did not know that. That's very interesting. Ooh, eastern hemlock. The eastern hemlock can be found in cool, moist slopes and fertile valleys. This evergreen tree is usually 60 to 70 feet tall. However, many gardeners trim it to make hedges. The bark was once in commercial source was once a commercial source of tannin used in making leather. White-tailed deer eat the needles. On the eastern hemlock, I'm going to assume that one of these guys is the eastern hemlock. Maybe that one, because it's right here, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Oh, it's got a little pine cone on it, though. That's pretty cool. A little pine cone. Maybe it's the eastern hemlock. I only know that that one is a white birch tree because pretty obvious that it's a white birch tree. But the other ones, I don't know. You could tell me, but I'm not gonna know enough to pay attention. You know, it's just not that interesting. Oh, but the next little thing is coming up, so I won't even put you away. Like, maybe it's interesting, but like I would have to see it directly in front of me to know the difference. So the eastern white pine tree, the largest conifer cone-bearing tree in the Northeast. The eastern white pine has long been a valuable source of timber for the construction industry. The tall, straight trunk is covered in smooth gray bark with deep ridges. Evergreen needles grow 5 to a bundle and are 3 to 5 inches long. The cones are long and cylindrical. Yep. So, white pine has blah, 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 blah. Tall, straight trunk, gray bark with deep ridges. Gray bark with deep ridges. Gray bark with deep ridges, perhaps? Is this it? Oh no, I broke it. Maybe. It's got some needles on it, I'm gonna guess. That looks to be about 70 feet tall. I mean, I'm definitely, 60 to 70 for sure. Now, and these guys on the ground around it look like long cylindrical things, so yep, for sure, that's definitely it. Hooray, the largest conifer in the Northeast. You learn something new every day, even on a silly walk through the woods. Like, I wish there was more interesting stuff to look at. It's just a bunch of green stuff. Like, I guess is interesting if you live in an area where there's not a bunch of green stuff. But I live in an area where it looks like this everywhere, so I don't know. It's a bummer if you don't have woods around you. Like if you're in the city. Because like sometimes just going out into the woods is fun. Just to get away from everything. Like I know that there's other people in these woods, but I'm not close enough to see them or hear them or smell them or none of that, so it's pretty peaceful. Earlier today when I was driving, I saw a deer. And the other day when I was driving, I saw a deer. When I told my friends, they were like, that's crazy. In town? And I was like, it's not really in town. But, ooh, decomposers. Decay is part of nature's recycling system. Many kinds of specialized organisms called decomposers are involved in the decay process. Bacteria, fungi, and insects are familiar examples of decomposers. They use enzymes and a special digestive process to break down dead plant materials, thus returning the nutrients to the soil. Nice. Nice, nice. If you're gonna decompose stuff in the forest, you better get some fungi and some bugs, is what I'm reading. I know they mean like trees and stuff, like trees that have fallen over or like plants that are dying, you know, I get it. But I don't know, sounds to me like you're giving little examples on what to use to decompose things. I know right after I said I couldn't hear anybody, I can hear people now, but it's because I'm getting towards the point in the river where it meets the other river. But this is about turtles. And my guess is that turtles would be here maybe. They should have like a little turtle setup, I think. Turtles are reptiles, cold-blooded animals whose ancestors appeared on Earth some 200 million years ago. Even though they spend much of their lives in water, they have lungs and breathe air. These animals are unique because their shell is a part of their skeleton. Turtles have no teeth, but the beak can tear the plants and animals they eat as food. There are about 50 species of turtles that live in ponds, swamps, rivers, and lakes. Okay, so turtles have no teeth, but the beak can tear the plants and animals they eat as food. So, well, that doesn't make any sense. The way that is written out doesn't grammatically sound correct to me. Doesn't sound grammatically correct to me. Oh, it's one of my favorite types of mushroom. It's this one that when you step on it, it does a poof. Ooh, poof. Squash. Sorry I squashed the mushroom, but that's how it spreads with its spores. So it'll spread now, hopefully. See, I'm coming to the point where it meets. But yeah. There are still people in the world. Ah, there's another mushroom over there, a decomposer. But this one's about the beaver. North America's largest rodent has rich brown fur, large orange teeth, and a flat paddle-shaped tail. The beaver is well known for its dam building ability. For its damn good building ability. No, it's funny. It normally remains in its stick and mud lodge during the day, coming out at night to feed on bark and small twigs. Yeah, you can see that, like, it's definitely eating stuff around here. I keep all sorts of little trees that have been nibbled on, and you can tell because it's very distinctively like a point and like chewed around in a circle. Like, if someone was hatcheting something, they wouldn't do that. And there's no way to, well, I mean, there is a way to recreate anything, but, you know, you're going to be out here just shaving little bits with your beaver teeth shaver to make it look like beavers are doing stuff? I don't think so. I think that's a lot of work for a very little payoff, but to make it seem like there's beavers up here. Definitely seen beavers up here before, and you can tell that this area, because of things like this, where, like, that's definitely where a beaver comes in and out of the water. Like, that's just common knowledge. But yeah, I like it out here in the woods. Like, yeah, I'm close to people still, but I'm far enough away where for a little while I don't have to hear them. Oh, what does this one say? Red oak. The red oak is a large tree with a rounded, spreading crown. The leaves are dull dark green above and light green below with bristle-tipped lobes. It is found in a variety of habitats and is also a popular shade tree. I'm going to say that this is that because it's right in front of it and it kind of looks like that. I mean, the leaves kind of look like what they described. So yeah, red oak. Red oak, you look kind of similar to the other one. I'm going to say your tree trunk is more gray, but not as, can't stick my finger in you as much. So, red oak tree. White birch tree, even though it's dirty and not so white. Still, white birch tree. What kind of tree are you? I know that there's a thing up here for you, and I think it's actually right there. I think it's like right there. Right there, you'll see it. But I know what kind of tree this is, and I'm going to learn about it in a second because it falls apart so easily. This nature trail is super educational. It's the American basswood. The wood of this tree is highly prized by woodcarvers because it is soft, light, and close-grained. Basewoods are important honey trees. The flowers on this tree are occasionally used in making tea. Old basewoods are often hollow, making excellent nesting sites for many birds and animals. Is that what I think it is? I mean, I don't see any flowers. Oh, but there's a caterpillar. Hello, and you've got pokey things on you. I don't want to touch you. You're definitely not a friend, even though you're not a friend. Friend-shaped, though. I walked by these guys, but they're bright orange, and I didn't show you the other mushrooms that were bright orange. But there you go, some bright orange mushroom guys. Oh, the next one's coming up. What else are we going to learn about? See, it's not learning that I have the issue with, it's the retaining the information. The American beech tree. The American beech is a lovely shade tree with many long spreading branches. It is found in both rich uplands and well-drained lowlands. The dark blue-green oval leaves turn yellow or brown in fall. The beech nuts are consumed in large numbers by many kinds of wildlife. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Which one is the beech tree? It's got pointy leaves, is that what it said? Not any of those. Those don't have pointy leaves. Not seeing any pointy leaf trees. Nope, nope. Not seeing any pointy leaf trees. Unless these are pointy leaf trees. But these look more like sapling bushes things. So, who knows? Lots of roots on the ground. Oh, rocks. I'm glad this is a well-traveled path, because if I had to blaze my own path, well, we'd be here for a while. Oh, these are kind of long, pointy leaves. Kinda. I mean, not super long or pointy, but kinda. Maybe that's it. I kind of forgot all the names of the trees that we've learned. Kind of don't remember the one that's gray with the big, thick things. Like it's gray and you can poke it. I don't remember what that one's called. Quaking aspen. That sounds made up. This aspen gets its name because the leaves tremble in the slightest breeze. The leaves are nearly round with a short point, shiny green above and dull green below. The leaves turn golden yellow in autumn. The aspen is a pioneer tree after fires or other disturbances. Many animals, including deer, elk, beaver, and rabbit, eat the foliage or bark of this tree. So a quaking aspen. It's got short, round ones. I'm not seeing any short, round ones around here. Just some white birch, white birch, white birch, white birch. Not seeing no quakers. Quaking aspens? I mean, I've definitely seen little short leaves, and I've definitely seen trees that like shake when it's windy, but like didn't know that's what it was called. Oh, see, this is pretty cool. I like seeing things like this. Like an uprooted tree. Because that is super cool. So, one second. Because it is so cool. How do I... There we go. Pop socket's worth something. Oh, look at this. This is really... Oh, and there's bright orange mushrooms. And there's more orange mushrooms. That's really cool. gotta show you these mushrooms. They're like neon mushrooms. Look at these guys. They look like the color of salamanders. But that is super cool. That's really cool. This tree like gave up one day. It was just like, mwah. Who am I? I'm that tree. Whew, and now I'm out of the woods, but back in that field. But yeah, the only thing I found interesting was right towards the end of my of the trail, there was a group of elderly people, like, just standing there. So that's the only interesting thing I found in there, besides the upturned tree and that weird house thing. But like, that thing's been there since forever. So lots of caterpillars and grasshoppers. And now back across this field and up those stairs in this sun that just doesn't want to quit. You know what my cinematic brain is thinking? That I need to leave my phone at the bottom of the stairs and film me going up the stairs, but then I'll have to go back down the stairs to get my phone and then go back up the stairs. So you know, I'm thinking about it, because look at that. That's like, I don't even think you understand the gravity of it. Like, let's zoom out a little bit so we can see that it's just straight up. I feel like Sam and Frodo going into Mordor. Ah! Oh yeah, cool kid. On the restricted keep out thing. But look at these. Look at these. You can't tell me that I can't set my phone down and film myself going up them and that wouldn't look cool. But then I gotta turn back around and come back down to get my phone. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Let me actually just make sure it's gonna set the... Okay, bye. That was dumb. Because now my glasses are full of sweat on the inside. And now I gotta go back up those dang stairs. It's about halfway. And it is a pain in the butt to go up them a second time. I knew it would. But it looks cool, I guess, to watch me get smaller and smaller as I go up. I wish it had zoomed in on me as I went. Oh my God. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I'm not even halfway. This is halfway. And now we're on the downhill slope of halfway. But I'm still going uphill. Oh. Ready and tired and thirsty. And my water's back in the parking lot. Getting hot in the car. Oh no. Okay. We're almost there. We've come so far. Like, we'll get there. It's the sun. Oh. And today was leg day. Now I'm doing extra legs. I don't know who did this, but it's a smiley face. So cute. Smiley face. Like I said, I grew up in a place that looks like woods everywhere. I feel bad for people who don't have like woods like this, because it's nice to live around just nothing sometimes. I mean, it sucks that like I don't have a Sonic or an In-N-Out or a Whataburger or anything cool like that. The closest Starbucks is like a 20-minute drive. But, you know, we have quiet, and that's what's important. I think I found that tree with the small circle leaves. The Quaker? I think that's it, because it's a quaking. Well, compared to the other ones, that one is quaking. The stats are in. Oh boy, there we go. Hooray! There we go, there's my stats. Hooray! Put some water. Some water would be nice. Oh man. Water would be nice. Whew. Till next time. You know what's not fair is that I have to go upstairs to get into my apartment too. So, after doing those stairs twice. Oh, I'm so done. I'm done.